what a big weekend we got coming up.
Oh, man.
Are you ready for this?
No, I'm not ready.
I don't know if I'm ready for this. I'll just be honest with you right off the bat. But hopefully you're ready for this. I'm John.
I'm Raja.
And this is Blind Tag Wrestling News. Now, a little bit of full gear.
Whew.
A little bit of full gear.
A lot of full gear.
Review show. Because that's what we do around here. We're not going to give you just a little old preview show. We're giving you the full Monty, baby.
The full shebang.
This is all of it.
Oh, man.
All for you.
It's just so much.
Yeah.
How can we not do all of it?
I don't know. I mean, at least a little bit at a time. So listen, I'm going to tell you this much right now. Personally, live, like AEW live is unbelievable, right? And I could say that because even this past weekend, I've been in this business for over 20 years. Now, I love it. I just love it. I do not let myself stop being a fan, obviously. And I'm not ashamed of that at all.
It's more fun.
If more people were like that, the whole business would be better. So would the world. But I could tell you this past week, main event, my guy, myself against the champ, Toby Farley. Things might have got a little bloody. Innovate Wrestling, you guys need to look it up. Hot Spots Network's a great place to see it, but innovatewrestling.com is another great way to see it. I might have a little jing up here on my head, but that'll be for another time. We'll talk about that for another time. What point I'm making is we sold every seat available in that place. Yeah. And, it doesn't matter because I still get super excited. It doesn't matter how long, 2 decades in wrestling, I still get super excited. And I give that credit, honestly, not only to the boys, but to Tony Khan. And so I get a little bit upset when I see anybody question his booking ability.
Right.
Because it's such a stupid argument. It compares to, what are you comparing to? Are you comparing it to somebody who throws the people away like Tonka toys? Are you comparing it to somebody who destroyed the Indies? About one time, they didn't call them the Indies, but territories. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got long-term booking. And listen, this show has it all.
Oh, man.
This show is the first show with the big new roster.
Right.
Like, not just people debuting. I love the fact that this show isn't based on a debut.
Right,
It's not based on some big surprise.
No.
It's not based on some gimmick.
Nope.
This is based on wrestling action. And the cool thing was, Dave Meltzer said that he was going through the card and he's like, honestly, 6 of the 10 of these matches are legitimate 4+ star matches.
Yeah,
like
it's
on paper. He's like, I don't know if I've ever seen a show where you could potentially have 6 4-star plus matches.
It's ridiculous.
And it has, that's like a Wrestle Kingdom type deal.
Yeah. It's a huge card, 10 matches.
We have a lot to get to and to go through the card. And as we go through the card, if there is something from Dynamite, if there is something from Rumor Mill or something like that, we'll get to that in with that. But I do want to say, I was talking about the AEW events I've been to live. I've been to 7, I believe.
Quite a lot.
And coming up, some relatively near us, Greensboro Coliseum. For the love of God, I've been waiting for the Greensboro card. So I'm totally going to be there. Can't wait. Hopefully we're there.
Yes.
And then I was going to tell you, because this is kind of exciting. You didn't know about this, but I've seen that they're going to be in Raleigh.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's where I was born. When is that?
It is where you were born. That's crazy.
Is it going to be in January? Around when I was born?
It is January.
It could be my birthday.
I don't know the date yet.
If it's around January 28th. Yes, birthday present.
Yeah, you hear that? So somebody make sure Tony Khan, because he's a cool dude, man, obviously.
Right.
I mean, I feel like, honestly, he's like one of those people I just want to meet because I want to talk wrestling with.
Yeah, like we don't have fans together.
Just like somebody who had the affliction as bad as me for all those years, because I'm a professional guy. I got a Bruce Wayne job that I don't tell people about. I mean, it's one of those things.
I have my own side gig as well.
You do have a side gig. No, I'm just playing. She
Don't listen to him.
Her side gig's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
In fact, it's Readings by Raja.
Oh, God. Are we shilling my other business
We
now?
are.
Oh, yeah. I'm a tarot reader.
She is. She is a hell of a tarot reader, actually.
Anyway.
Yes,
we want to go to North Carolina and see all the shows.
we do. But we're going to talk about right now a little Full Gear.
Oh, man.
And
Saturday night.
we need to get to it.
Yes, we do.
So, Raja, start us off.
So, from the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Saturday night.
Minnesota, the land of wrestlers. I mean, there's so many freaking wrestlers. Have you ever played the game like which place has the best wrestlers come from? You know, because I have. It's a locker room type thing. But, you know, Tennessee, Texas, Minnesota, Florida.
Oh, there are groupings of where wrestlers come from.
There are groupings. But Minnesota's had arguably, you know, especially if you're using the people from the 80s.
Right.
Some of the baddest, assiest people ever. It's like they were all in one bar, too. But anyway. Give it.
Anyway, so I guess we should start at the beginning.
That's
the
good.
buy-in show.
Yeah, sure. Let's start there.
So they've added the buy-in match which they added on Dynamite. It's going to be Nyla Rose and Jamie Hayter versus Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa.
Wow.
Which is a great team. I'm all here for that team.
Yeah, you got like 2 former champs in there, right?
Yeah, Shida and Nyla Rose.
Yeah.
And they've like rekindled their feud recently.
My kendo stick, bitch.
That'll never go away in my head.
Yeah, me either. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Oh, yeah, but Nyla and Jamie like could do some damage. They're both big, strong girls.
Well, you know, one thing I like about it is AEW kind of changed the pacing on pre-show matches.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it goes back to Serena Deeb.
It's basically just a regular card match.
You know, Serena Deeb out there with Rio, correct?
Yes.
That was
amazing.
An unbelievable match. It's one of those I remember in my head. I remember like the hair blowing in the wind and the sunset and everything. It's just I remember it because it was great.
Ambiance.
I wasn't expecting it.
It goes in the category of better than it had any right of being.
There you go. Better than it had any right being. Well,
hopefully this match lives up to that.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big thing. You know, I hear some people on there going, why didn't it get put on the main card and all this stuff? Listen, I get you, right?
You've seen the
women, all this stuff. But what a great place for a match that has no build whatsoever.
Yeah.
To be put in that place of honor with all the eyes on it to try to hard sell the pay-per-view.
Yeah, they're putting them out there with the honor of being like, this is what's going to sell the show to people who aren't sure about buying it yet.
And for the last 2 shows, we've put on bangers for pre-shows.
Yeah, man.
So, you know.
It's hard to imagine it won't be good with Holy Shida and Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, I give the win on this to Rosa, though, because I believe you got to set the pace. You got to like set a good tone, get everybody fired up. And all that.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa's definitely a crowd pleaser.
But let's get to the actual Full Gear, baby.
All right, on the pay-per-view.
Yes.
We are going to start out with Cody Rhodes and Pac versus Malachi Black and Andre El Idolo.
Oh my God.
A brand new match just added on Dynamite. Man, there has been build-up for this match. It's like slowly adding the pieces. What a crazy matchup, though, that I didn't expect a month ago.
It really is. There's so much to this. And, you know, I love the fact. Now, I did hear that this was originally going to be a 4-way. Like it was. And booking-wise, it got changed around. And I like it better as the tag.
Oh, yeah.
I like it a lot. And I also like the fact that it's weird having Cody positioned where he's positioned on this. You know, it's very strange, but I like it. I like him and Pac, and there's a lot of history with them, like a lot of shoot history with them, and so I really like that because it's such a weird dynamic.
Yeah, it is.
It's not as much of a dynamic as like a Too Fast, Too Fuego. But
I don't know what you're talking about. Why does that have any relevance?
I was just thinking of
weird, like odd couple.
Oil and water.
They're father
teams.
and son.
Yeah,
they should be a team.
But I think that I think Andrade has a lot to prove.
Oh yeah,
in his own mind, not to us.
Yeah, no, we love Andrade,
but I think Andrade has a lot to prove, right? And I think that Malachi Black has done nothing but be impressive,
murder people,
and so what a match. I mean, there's so many things that could happen surprise-wise in a match like that. Things you're just not expecting, and you've got so much built up. Like, there's so much tension there. there's no way that this could be a blow-off type deal.
Because you have the stuff between Cody and Malachi, you have the stuff between Andrade and Pac with the Death Triangle, and then there's stuff between Cody and Andrade, and it's just all a powder keg ready to blow.
Or what would you give prediction-wise on this?
Oh, man.
It's hard, isn't it?
It's really hard. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Who do you even...
I mean...
My heart says Pac and Cody. My head says Andrade and Malachi.
I mean, obviously, listen, I haven't bought into any of that Cody hate. I don't know where that voice came from.
We love Cody.
I can tell you, talk about being in live shows, being in, where was it, Charlotte? When Cody gave that unbelievable promo.
Man.
Now,
where people were crying.
Wasn't that before the match with MJF?
I think so, yes. It was before the whipping and everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And... that promo, just that emotional promo, we're like third row for it.
Just got to us.
And it got to everybody, but those organic pops at the first for Cody, I hadn't heard a groundswell of support. I hadn't heard arenas do what they were doing for him in 20, 30 years, probably 30 years. But it was crazy because it was just like, I love being around it because it was in unison. There was nobody booing. So it was really weird to me.
Yeah.
That
where we've gone.
Yeah. Anything pop up at all, don't you think?
Yeah. It was very strange and sudden turn.
So what
Cody.
caused it?
I don't know. I think people feel that Cody is too big for his britches, I think is the general consensus. But I just feel like he genuinely loves wrestling. And he just wants to put all this emotion into it all the time, but people keep shutting him down.
So is it the executive thing?
I think so.
It's the...
He's very, very white meat babyface, and a lot of people don't buy into that anymore.
They think he's being insincere.
Yes, they think he's putting on a show, but that's just who he is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I like the fact that he says, I'm not going to turn heel. Maybe that's part of the story. You know how, listen, Cody is a working mofo.
A year from now, we could be smacking ourselves.
He is a working mofo. Now, he will look at, I mean, even back with BTE, in the Kiss the Ring days, you would think that he was being completely like sincere or whatever, and then you find out it's a work. So this could be the whole I'm not going to turn heel thing.
Yeah.
Could totally be a work.
I mean, he spent months still in the Bullet Club while actively working against the Bullet Club.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot with this match, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot that could happen.
Oh, man.
And you never know. This could be a dark side.
Just realized what could happen.
Yeah.
It could have a turn.
Yeah, this could be a start of the Horseman.
Oh, no.
Type thing.
I honestly just want to say that Andrade and Malachi is a team that I didn't know would work so well until they put it together.
I got to put some stuff in your head for a second.
Just makes sense.
Who's Andrade with in real life?
The Ingobernables.
No. Girl-wise.
Oh, you mean Charlotte.
Right.
The Flair.
So.
Right. So he's got Ric Flair.
Yeah.
And the Horseman connection.
Right. So Cody has the connection with Arn.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of connections.
Yeah. So at one time they had tossed around a Horseman type faction.
Oh yeah.
So
with the FTR.
Were the Horsemen baby faces or heels? They were heels.
Right.
And they were cheered like babies, but they were heels. Not at first. They were terrible people at first. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
But who would be the fourth?
Well, we'll figure that out.
We'll get there.
We'll figure that out. Maybe the fourth would be, somebody that hadn't popped up just yet. Ooh, maybe the fourth could have a name of another horseman in their name, like Wyndham. I just.
Oh, it's all coming together.
I'm just saying.
We've got you made. We know your plans.
I'm just saying. It's right there.
Oh, it is. I still don't know who's going to win this match.
It's right there.
It's just there. You just got
to go to the next match.
Bring Tully over and we're all good. Okay, so next we're going to talk about...
Tully failed a drug test coming out of New York.
The Minneapolis street fight between the Inner Circle, Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, Proud and Powerful, Santana Ortiz, and Jake Hager versus American Top Team, which will be Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, Junior Dos Santos, Andre Arlovsky, easy for me to say, and Dan Lambert.
And Dan Lambert.
All 10 men going at it in a street fight.
I wonder if Paige Van Zandt would take on all 10.
She did say 5.
She did say 5, which from, the OnlyFans I would agree with.
Man, seeing the American Top Team guys like having the free reign to just do whatever they want because it's a street fight.
Well, they've really ran over the Inner Circle, and it's been a spectacle. And the thing is about it, Dan Lambert, huge wrestling fan, largest wrestling belt collection of anybody in the planet. So, he's got like the best one.
Good for him.
And obviously he throws out stuff like the Florida.
Like,
Florida Championship Wrestling 1975. My favorite thing is it's called a Boston Crab. That's just fantastic.
Well, he's not wrong.
This guy has my heart.
Japan's like, yes,
he has my heart because he absolutely is a good manager, and that just is hard to find anymore. But he's a long-time wrestling fan.
Yeah,
and
you could tell.
It's just really cool. So is Junior Dos Santos, and I think that Junior probably has the most upside and possibility of coming out of this.
Yeah, raw talent,
a normal worker. But as far as the match goes, as far as keeping on the fabe, it's got you got to think about. The TNT title's involved in this,
yes, yes it is.
So if Sammy would take a pinfall, somebody's pretty much got a shot.
Yeah.
For the title right then.
Yeah.
You've got to look at the fact of actual stuff breaking down.
Yeah.
How do you stay strong with your MMA guys who are actually legends?
Yeah.
2 you former UFC heavyweight champions of Arlovsky and with Junior Dos Santos.
Yeah.
So Dan Lambert's got to be the one taking the pin.
You gotta think so.
Yeah, Dan's got to tap out. Everybody wants to see his loud mouth get shut.
Yeah, with the walls of Jericho, maybe.
But coming out of this, we can also have the Men of the Year with Proud and Powerful.
Yeah.
Just a lot of stuff there. But I love the fact that it's a street fight because you could almost do a pre-tape. You can almost have this. They haven't said
depending on where they fight.
Yeah, they haven't said that that's what this was going to be, but they start in the ring and they work their way out.
Yeah.
Or in the back. We could do one of those segments.
Yeah.
It could be almost like a popcorn thing.
Yeah, it's like the Stadium Stampede stuff.
It'd be fun halfway through to have some comedy in there.
Almost cinematic in a way.
That's what I mean. Like we could have a cinematic comedy thing.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that. I love it.
With the fact that we got a 9-match main card and they're all so emotional.
Yeah.
We're going to need
this
something.
One's good fun.
Yeah, we need violence. We need something that's violent and funny.
Yeah.
So honestly, I think, who does it help out the most to win this,
Inner Circle.
Yeah. So Inner Circle needs to win.
You gotta have Inner Circle come out on top in this. Like, they've been getting beat down for months.
Yeah.
Just give them the win.
they need a good win together with the team. But I mean, I don't know. We've had one of those too. I don't know. I could see it go either way.
Yeah, it really could. I have no idea.
Because there is a lot to be said about Men of the Year winning and getting a good boost.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Prediction wise. I don't know on this. It's another one. You've done a really good job. Isn't it funny that somebody's little notebook, it's not anything like what it was on there. It's almost...
Not completely.
No, it's not. There's some stuff on there. But
so next let's talk about the Super Click. The Young Bucks and Adam Cole, baby, versus Jurassic Express and Christian Cage.
Oh, my Lord.
In a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord.
Talk about violence. These 6 have been at each other's throats.
So Adam Cole, I don't know if I've told you I love you lately.
In case you forgot.
But I love you like the Fabulous Ones.
Oh, yes.
I know it's behind me right now.
Just don't turn around.
I know it is. But that's okay. It's like our little thing every show, Stan and Steve. But that just means that I'm loving something. And I'm telling you right now, I'm loving it. I'm loving everything about it. And I'm loving it even more since Bobby Fish came out to kind of soften up Jungle Boy. I mean, dude. Right then I was like, you know what this is.
Yeah, we're like, holy crap. Holy crap.
You know what this is, what is happening right now. And then they had a segment, and then they went back for another segment, and then it's, Adam Cole's like, hey, guys.
I'd like to introduce you to someone.
Just going to introduce you here, obviously, and
they're like, we don't need an introduction.
Yeah, we know Bobby. Yeah, no, we know Bobby. Bobby, and you could tell it was that
wink, wink, nudge,
dude,
nudge.
No, you're not coming in here. This is my best friend. This is my buddy. He's in here with me, and they said,
back off.
They
said there's no dispute.
There's no dispute.
This is the era,
elite era, yeah.
of the Young Bucks and the Elite.
And
oh man, I mean, could you be any more obvious?
Well, no. And whose contract is completely up in December? 1 month, Kyle O'Reilly. 1 month, and Kyle O'Reilly's going to come in. And we're going to have Undisputed Era versus the Elite. Now, the question is, who turns baby? Is it going to be the Bucks and Kenny that are baby faces again?
Oh, no.
Is it going to be the Undisputed Era is a babyface faction, which, I mean, I could see it happening. I really can. Adam Cole, I mean, obviously has a baby face.
Finally figuring out what they did to him all those years ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, even on BTE, they could find out. He could find out they murdered him.
Yeah, and be like, "What the heck, guys?
What happened?" I mean, he could even have a little budge that tells him.
A little budge.
Yeah, like
a little bird.
Wouldn't it be funny if
little budgie?
What would be funny if all this Dark Order stuff played out where Johnny Hungy ended up telling him something they were saying?
Oh no, that would be terrible.
It could be some crazy stuff. All I know,
poor Adam.
As long as Adam Cole's around, I'm fine. And Undisputed Era, no matter what they call them, if they could just call them the Era.
Yeah, something like that.
But whatever they call them, man, I'm here for it.
Yeah, me too.
That's some awesome stuff. Back to the match. So
these two teams have been beating each other up. There's been concertos and throwing off stages and power bombs through tables. It's been ridiculous.
So what's going on with Jungle Boy Scrub?
I don't know.
Why does he have half-shaven beard?
I don't know.
Why has he been so aggressive lately?
I don't know. Maybe he's growing up.
Maybe he's turning heel.
Jungle Boy can't be a heel.
He could.
He's too nice.
He could turn heel.
Oh.
His dad was nice and he was a heel.
If Max Caster raps at him anymore like he did, he might.
Love you, Max Caster. Max Caster has the best raps.
Leaving your girlfriend alone with 7 guys. Calm down, Max.
It's like, where's these 7 guys at? Anybody got another?
Oh, it's just the Dark Order. Calm down.
Sorry.
They're all nice.
She's Stifler's mom.
Oh, man. But yeah, this Falls Count Anywhere
Stifler's
match.
mom. Love it.
They could go anywhere and do anything, just like the street fight. I mean,
they can't.
There's
going to
be carnage.
Yeah. These two can't be back to back.
No.
And listen, here's the deal. Nick, it almost came down to the fact that Nick had that injury a week ago. We almost didn't have this match the way it was. And I love the fact he's like, you almost lost your first 5-star match. So they're planning on doing something. And think about how they are on pay-per-view.
Oh, man. They always step it up a notch.
The Bucks on pay-per-view.
They turn into
no matter
Super
what
Bucks.
you think. And, it was only a year ago that on pay-per-view we had the Bucks versus FTR. And at Full Gear, and that was my favorite Bucks tag match because of the storytelling. Where FTR screwed up by trying to play the Bucks game.
Yeah,
and it was so beautiful. I know everybody else loves the Hangman and Kenny versus the Bucks match.
Lucha Brothers versus the Bucks.
Yeah, for me though, that's the match, and you can't go wrong on any of them. And you're not going to go wrong on this. No. That's the thing about it. There's no throwaway matches on this card.
If you put the Bucks on a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Buddy, they're going to deliver.
this thing, I hope they give them 20. I do. It might be because of the amount of matches and stuff. They might just get 15 minutes, but I really hope
be crazy anyway.
They get 20 minutes on this because anything less, I don't know if it'll be able to develop correctly. How's Christian going to be in this match? I mean, he's, I don't know.
Everyone's pretty beat up at this point. Nick's foot. Luchasaurus is back, probably.
I think somehow Bobby Fish gets involved in this,
probably.
and the Elite go over.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure the Elite's going to win.
I am too. I think there's going to be some kind of blow up with Christian.
Oh, no.
All of them. I really do. I just feel like there's something there.
Something bad's going to happen with the Jurassic
I feel like
Express.
there's something there, man. I really do. There's something weird. Things don't happen for no reason, and a little bit of scrub-a-dub-dub on the face and stuff like that. This shit don't happen for no reason. That's all I'm saying.
You're just committed to this Jungle Boy as a heel thing.
Not just him. I'm thinking there's something going on.
Yeah.
I just think there's something up. Okay.
I mean, something has to happen.
Something smells rotten in
Something's
Denmark.
gotta give.
And I already checked the cheese. It's not that.
All right.
So let's go on to the next match. I'm just
All right.
excited.
Let's talk about MJF and Darby Allin.
Dear God.
This story has been very interesting.
Well, yeah, because MJF has already beaten 2 of the other pillars.
Yeah.
He's only got 1 left.
He's the best of the best.
He's only got 1 left. If you do believe in the 4 pillars of AEW.
Yeah.
And we all love Japanese wrestling. We love thinking about that kind of stuff and having 4 pillars. And, you know,
I don't. You got to think Darby is going to beat him up, right?
So Darby has never been able to control himself in a match.
That's the argument, yes.
And he's saying, now Darby's saying, I can out wrestle you. I can wrestle around you, whatever you want to do. And Max, this is a plan. It's always a plan of MJF.
It really is.
He's better than you. He knows it.
He's a hell of a wrestler.
He is. He is a hell of a wrestler. And he's also very surprising. Like when you're not expecting it, or you're thinking, or you forget the reason that MJF is good, and then there's a freaking MJF match, and you're like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why they keep him around.
I remember why he's awesome now.
Oh man.
You know, I was lucky enough to see, as I've talked about before, MJF versus Sammy Guevara at that Dynamite front row.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you, man, I've seen a lot of matches over the years. If I haven't been there live, like to work, I've went to, you know, the matches so many times I can't even tell you how many.
Yeah.
And I've been to pay-per-views, and that was one of the best matches. You know, and it wasn't just that it was like there was something special about those two.
It's because they're the pillars.
There's really something.
The future.
There was something special about this dude, but there's something special about MJF.
Yeah.
And as much as I hate to admit it, but he takes this. I think he beats Darby.
I hate to think so, but
I think he beats Darby, and I think that somehow this is big on the story end of things. There's something really huge here because you got to think, wherever this goes, whoever wins this, that you're kind of
elevates you.
Yeah, you're going up to you're very damn dangerously close to the title area.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so this is a very important match.
Yeah, it's a clash of styles for sure. But I mean, we've been watching both of these guys since they were on the Indies in the Northeast, and every time one of them comes out, it's just fire. And really having both of them in the same ring,
I really think it's going to be that. You know, Excalibur said something very interesting about this match when he was talking about this match on a preview. Excalibur said, "I feel like we're going to be calling back to this match.
Oh yeah,
for the next 20 years.
Yeah." One day, this is going to be a match for the title or
something.
This
is their first time wrestling in AEW.
Oh, man.
Think about that.
It's going to be a landmark match in both their careers, if not in AEW altogether.
It's like
history making.
The first time that Flair and, you know, Steamboat worked.
Right.
And which would have been, you know, in 70s or whatever. And when they're very, very young, not when they've left and come back and all this stuff in the late 80s stuff. I'm talking like in the 70s. How much changed after that, but you can still call back. Like the person who remembers that was there, you know, I saw it, and I've heard people with those arena reports that are like, man, you would not believe. I know what you've seen on TV, but back when they could both go, when they're both young, when they're both just completely trying to prove themselves. Right. And I think that's what we're going to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Who's the best, man? And you know they're going to push each other.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to push each other, and they want to. They want to take match of the night, man.
Yeah, I mean, they very well could.
And they should. You should always want to do that.
And of course, there's always the outside element with Wardlow and Sting. But hopefully that won't get involved too much.
Wardlow has got to leave and go babyface soon.
Yes. he needs to be on his own, especially after killing Wheeler Yuta the other night.
If MJF loses, this could be it. This could be it for Wardlow.
It could be, yeah. Because MJF's going to blame it on him somehow, probably.
Yeah, that's a really good call. All right, moving on.
Let's talk about CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston.
Dear God.
Man, we still got 4 more after this. So you better just prepare yourself.
Jesus Lord.
We haven't even got to the title matches.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
This is the main event.
Oh man, this match is gonna steal the show.
This is the main event.
There's so much emotion.
I know this. It better deliver.
Oh man. It
better. It better deliver. Listen to me right now. Okay, listen to me. You have to deliver after having that level of emotion, after having that kind of promo, putting that kind of realism, having people on both sides of the fence of whether or not they like AEW all say, no, that was good. You did the thing. The thing. You know what the thing is? Let me tell you what the thing is. The thing is when you go out there and somebody can say, well, that stuff's phony. That stuff's all phony, except for that one match. Now, that one match, them guys are really fighting. Them guys are really fighting. They're really mad at each other.
I love those matches.
And that's what that makes you feel like. This, if it didn't give you chills, don't watch wrestling. You don't need to watch wrestling.
Oh, man.
If it don't give you freaking chill bumps. Because they went out there and gave you everything. Everything. People out here going, well, CM Punk, what? You know what? I would like to have the address of every one of you that want to criticize anything about the guy that you did nothing but stick your stupid finger up your ass and yell CM Punk in every arena for 7 years. You got him back. This was cool. Eddie Kingston, not the same time in wrestling, but Eddie Kingston lived my life. Right. Eddie Kingston was in the cold armories. Eddie Kingston was not appreciated, but was that because he was fat and lazy? Was that because he didn't put his full heart into it? Or was it, listen, man, there's so many layers to this. There's so many things people, even if you're not in wrestling, you could take stuff off this. You could think of your high school reunion and the guy pulling up in his Maserati while, you drove your pickup truck there with your fat ass wife, with the one tooth. You're going to ask her to go down to the store because you forgot something. So people don't see her with you,
oh man,
at the reunion. I'm just saying. This has something for everybody and they better deliver because that was the greatest interaction on wrestling television as far as out of nowhere.
Yeah, unexpected.
Out of nowhere.
And brilliant.
When Eddie Kingston talks. When Eddie Kingston talks, you believe what he's saying.
Yeah, he's full of conviction.
CM Punk has made a career on being controversial.
Yeah.
And this is next level stuff, guys.
I gotta ask you an important question, though. Does Eddie Kingston give CM Punk his first loss and prove that he is on par with the rest of those wrestlers he started with?
You see, that's the thing. I think that CM Punk gets the win and maybe has to cheat to do it.
No.
And I think this just really solidifies the Eddie Kingston babyface.
Mm-hmm.
And it really solidifies CM Punk. But CM Punk being like, oh, no, like giving a good reason for it, a genuine reason,
right.
Like
being sneaky.
Or maybe something happens and you know what I mean? That's just one scenario.
Right.
There's a lot of ways we could go. And
you don't think this ends in respect?
I don't. I don't think this is a handshake deal.
Oh, no.
Because we need... CM Punk's an active wrestler.
Right.
He's wanting to be active. And to get some of these matchups that we need, you can't always just have hugs and kisses.
No.
It's wrestling.
This is true.
So, I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. CM Punk, the CM Punk I like is a heel. It is a controversy causing some bitch.
Turn CM Punk heel.
People
still love him.
And Eddie seeing it gives you that.
He knows the truth.
Listen, man, Eddie is a modern day Dusty Rhodes.
Ooh.
And the reason I say that is Dusty's magic was connecting with the people,
Right.
connecting with the common man. When he was really on, it was because everybody could be him or hang out with him.
Right. They related.
And everybody hangs out with an Eddie Kingston. We all know an Eddie Kingston in our lives, and he gets worked up, might not always win, but he'll get fired up and he's going to have your back.
Yeah.
But he's also going to drink with you. He's also going to, whatever, right?
Yeah. You root for him because you see yourself in him.
He's a good dude. He's flawed. It's okay. But he's a good dude. And CM Punk, he says the things you want him to say and all this stuff. And
maybe it's going to his head a little.
No, really is best in the world, maybe, except there's Bryan Danielson. And it's just, I think there's a lot there. I think had Bryan Danielson not ever showed up, this wouldn't be happening.
Oh.
I think that some part of CM Punk knows he's not the best in the world.
Right. He's starting to doubt himself a little.
But you know what he is the best in the world at? Mental games.
Oh, he is.
And this could
get into your head.
This could really be the deal of bringing out the real Punk. So,
yes, it could.
I don't know. Again, that's why I love this pay-per-view. I've never looked at a pay-per-view where I couldn't just go, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy.
Yeah, it's hard to pick. We always do picks and we're like, oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, this one has too much of a choose your own adventure type vibe. Like, we could really go
anywhere you want.
It feels like a big reset, though. Like, it feels like the WrestleMania top level.
Yeah, that's like the Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
We're getting to the next set of story.
Oh, I mean.
Turning the pages, the next chapter.
Yeah, all right.
And we love it.
All right. All right. So what do you think?
I don't know. I want Eddie Kingston to win, but I don't think he's going to. I don't see CM Punk losing here. So unfortunately, I very much can see your side of it where he's does whatever it takes to win. Poor Eddie Kingston. But we love him. And we'll continue to love him.
Yeah. So great match.
Great match. Oh man, I'm so excited.
Me too.
All right. It's time to get into the title picture. Starting with the AEW title eliminator final.
You're not here. No.
What are you doing in this video?
No. Oh, there's enough of my guys here. Ah. All right.
All right. World title eliminator tournament final. Miro versus Bryan Danielson.
Wow, last year our final was Hangman and Kenny.
Oh man. This year almost beats that.
So obviously our love and thoughts are with you, Mox.
Yes.
And you could very well be here in this spot right now, and
You're doing the best for you.
We'd be seeing Moxley and Danielson, and the time wasn't right.
No.
Because this man needs his wife. And that promo on Dynamite.
Oh my God.
The promo on Dynamite about Bryan Danielson. I'm going to have to keep you from your wife.
so I can say hello
So I can say hello to mine.
Oh no.
And yeah, he's going to kill him, right? So
right.
This is going to be without a doubt Miro's biggest match in AEW. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It could be his biggest match of his career. Yeah. I know he's had flag matches with John Cena and all this stuff. I'm talking actual wrestling. And this is a big deal, man. And what Bryan Danielson, has anybody ever had a month?
No.
I know we went over this already.
Yeah. But he's had more since then. He wrestles every single show. Every single show.
He's so good.
He's so good.
He's amazing.
And listen, Miro is a big, scary man, but Bryan Danielson will kick your head off and not apologize for it.
Do you not get excited when Bryan Danielson comes out?
Yes. I love his theme song and everything. I get so pumped.
I mean, you just know you're going to see, they're like, this is going to be good.
You know you're going to see something amazing.
Like, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way it's not going to be good. And it's not a certain style. It's like different styles.
Yeah. He's done the high flying. He's done the hard hitting.
All right. So there's the neck injury with Miro. So,
yes.
Has he had time for that to heal? You've got the same kind of neck injury with Danielson.
Yes.
And, if he's had time for that to heal, obviously Bryan's going to go after the neck.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be stupid not to.
Throw on that label lock.
And, so that's a really good story, but I think Miro has to attack quick.
Oh, yeah.
And he's so much bigger.
He's got to put Bryan down.
If you've ever seen Miro in person, he is such a freaking monster. He is such a monster. And, And I think when Miro, and my God, the gimmick with God is he is the scariest.
He is. The Redeemer Miro is terrifying.
It's the best, man. The Redeemer Miro is amazing.
But honestly, when Bryan Danielson gets in the ring, that look in his eyes is scary.
It is.
You just know he's out there to take someone apart. And he's not going to stop till he does it.
It's going to be a slobber knocker.
Oh, man. You're going to beat the crap. You can imagine the welts. I'm hurting.
Are we going to see Lana?
I don't know. I wouldn't be upset if Lana appears.
Are we going to see Lana?
She could talk some sense into Miro.
No, she wouldn't do that. If we do see Lana, I'd like to see tight Russian dress Lana,
yes, manager Lana,
hair up Lana. that was the best Lana.
Oh, we're so ready for you to come join your husband.
Are we? Are we ready for that? I don't know. I ask myself sometimes.
I don't know. She's got to come in sometime, right?
I don't know.
I'm just waiting for Kip to come back and for that feud to start, honestly.
Oh, my God.
I just want Kip to come back and ruin Miro's chances. That's what I want to happen.
There's a lot of people that's kind of just not there. Anyway.
Just end Miro's chance at the top.
This is the main event roster.
Oh, man.
I don't think Kip's here.
No, he's not.
I'm just saying.
He's not, but he has history with Miro.
He does have history, and I just think that I think this roster is just awesome. Like this is our go forward roster, kids.
Once you get to the top half of the card, it's all main event, guys.
It's main event
and girls.
Main event, dude. It's
geez.
So I think Danielson wins this.
Yeah, I think so too.
And goes because this is how big the stakes are in this match.
Yeah, title shot.
The winner faces whoever wins between
Kenny and Hangman.
Think about how big that is.
I would love to see Bryan versus Adam Page.
That's not. This is the whole thing. This is my whole reason that Adam Page isn't. We're getting there. I'm going.
You're going to make a lot of people angry.
I'll hold off my pick.
Okay.
I have to.
Okay.
Because it's all together.
All right. Well, let's move on to the AEW Tag Team Champion match between
Dear God.
FTR and the Lucha Brothers.
FTR with their almost Midnight Express music.
Oh, man. It's so great. With their 80s shirts.
With their 80s shirt.
Tully Blanchard.
And I appreciate the Dax singles matches, including the freaking 5-star match he just had on Dynamite.
Oh, man.
That was an amazing match. That was an amazing match.
Him and Pac just tried to murder each other.
It was great. It was so good. But damn, I want to see Cash.
Yeah.
In the singles match.
Have
because
singles matches,
the same reason that when Cash beat the crap out of the guy who took Bret Hart down at the Hall of Fame, which was just amazing when he was getting those pot shots in, that I fell in love with Cash Wheeler that night.
Yes.
And when Cash came in to save Dax after that match on Dynamite, and he's just throwing this. There's just something about that dude pounding that makes me want to see him pound other men.
Well, you're going to see it on Saturday night. The Lucha Brothers never have a bad match either.
No, they don't. And come on. I am a Lucha Brother.
They had the match before where it was not really FTR, but they cheated in that match. I buy
everything I can from you. From the Lucha Brothers and their actual store. I'm on it all the time. I've got freaking Catholic Lucha Brother candles downstairs.
Prayer candles to the Lucha Brothers.
It's there's a love.
Yes.
Okay? There is a love, but
when that song comes on, just
I really feel that the Lucha Brothers retain. I do.
Yeah,
I
me
mean, it's been a year. Okay, FTR lost those belts a year ago.
Yes.
And they've been on a long road to get them back.
Yes.
So part of me is like, Jesus Christ, they have to get them back, and then we get to roll through with like FTR and the Bucks again, and all this stuff, right? But at the same time, I think about other people that need these belts, especially Proud and Powerful.
Oh, man.
I think that Santana Ortiz need them. Well, Santana Ortiz versus FTR, well, there's a little history there. So
A little bit.
Rip Brothers' arm off, right? So if they won the belts and you had that match roll back through with a little violence involved, there's a lot of cool story.
Yeah.
I think what we're finding out is we need U.S. tag titles.
Yeah, we need some kind of secondary.
I think there has
tag
to be some
titles.
secondary tag titles at some point.
Yeah.
I just do, because there's too many great tag teams.
The tag division is ridiculously stacked.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's not even a Dark Order on this card, is there?
No.
I mean,
There's not.
if you watch like the John Silver freaking hot tags,
Oh, gosh.
I mean, and just those
Silver and Reynolds need the tag belts at some point. Come on.
There's so much, and Leo Rush right now, the stuff he's doing. Oh my God, just
He's
right
on
off
another level.
right
dude.
off the bat.
Him and Dante.
Think about how deep this talent roster is.
Oh, God.
You know, so yeah,
There's
man,
so much depth. Like, you're set for a long time.
very fired up.
Yeah,
So I gotta have an answer. Who walks out with those tag belts?
I think the Lucha Brothers are going to keep it. I don't think they've had them long enough or had enough of like a meaningful feud while they've had them. Like, they've had the stuff with FTR, but it hasn't been like super deep emotional like it was with the Bucks.
Have we even had a freaking tag defense?
I'm not sure that we have.
Proper tag team title defense. I don't think we have.
I don't think we have. I mean, we did the AAA titles, but that's not the same.
No, I don't think we have.
We need something big and like deep story with the Lucha Brothers as the champions.
Something big and deep.
Yes.
So.
And Mexican. All right.
Good luck.
Let's move on to the AEW Women's Championship match. Britt Baker versus Ty Conte.
All right. So this match, I've wanted since, well,
Forever.
Since
the first time we saw Ty Conte.
Ty Conte is the most legitimate MMA crossover there is in AEW.
Yes.
You know, she's got all that. She's incorporated it so well into her style. Now, we watch Dark, we watch all that stuff, so we got to see her development, and there was not much development needed. She just knocked bitches out.
Yeah, she
a lot
kicks your head off.
Britt also, I was there, you were there when she botched up a promo live, and she got pissed off about it, comes back, and she just stays at it. She goes heel, man. She's the first woman signed by AEW.
Yeah.
And, you know, since that time, you know, she has completely owned it.
She's the franchise.
She is the hardest working person probably on the roster as a full-time dentist, 5 days a week.
Right.
You know, and then 2 nights she's defending titles and still like working out. I mean, come on.
She's an incredibly hard worker. She
incredibly
deserves the belt.
So you look at the X factors, okay? In a match like this, when is it even, is it not? It's kind of even because you got like the prowess and the magnificence of Britt Baker.
Right.
But you also have the sheer determination and butt of Ty Conte.
Right.
And so you look at the X factors to something like that. Mm-hmm. Well, the X factors would be Rebel.
Yes.
And
Jamie
Hayter.
Right.
Do we have any X factors on the other side? Well, we got Anna Jay.
Yeah.
Maybe Thunder.
Maybe.
You know, maybe,
they do make a cute team.
Maybe Thunder Rosa. So maybe that equals each other out. I don't know. But
maybe nobody will be on at ringside. We don't know yet.
Is it time? Like, people are like, I hate when people say this. You know, it's time. It's so and so. It's time. There's no turns.
No.
You can have a belt. Somebody can have a belt for 7 years. It just makes the belt better.
Right.
It's just what makes sense. You know, what makes sense. What makes sense for business. I honestly think Britt retains.
Yeah, I don't see her losing it here because of one reason. She's not defended it against Thunder Rosa.
I think that main event's a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And I know that's a big statement, but not just a pay-per-view. I think maybe that main event's like maybe Battle of the Belts.
That would be really cool.
And, that would give the women like a really big shot in the arm,
Oh, yeah.
To be above
And Britt and Thunder work so well together.
Everybody wants to see this.
Yeah. Ever since their hardcore match when Thunder Rosa won.
Everybody wants to see
way.
this.
I feel like people forget that.
Yeah, they do. They do, because Britt came out of it the way she did.
Yeah.
And you can't just roll back with more and more and more and more gimmicks, I don't think. I think it goes in maybe no DQ or something. I don't know.
Right.
But we don't need the Candice. I mean, that was great.
Yeah, I would love to just see a regular match between these two.
I want to see the match, but I want it to have those high stakes. I want it to be, I don't know, I'd be fine with another death match. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just want it to be a main event.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be second.
It's a story that it's time to pick back up.
And I think it will be respected. I think it will be. It could be a cage match. That would be really cool.
Oh, that would be cool.
Just a cage match.
Those two in a cage.
I mean,
yikes.
But what's going to be really cool is a main event. How cool would it be, if it somehow Thunder Rosa had like the TBS title and, and against the world title, like an actual Battle of the Belts.
That would be really cool.
That would be.
Could totally see that happening.
that would be really interesting. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think Britt retains.
Britt's probably going to keep it at this point.
I think that match is money, and it will never be that kind of money again if Britt loses.
Yeah, definitely. So, main event time.
Jesus Lord.
Kenny Omega
Help
versus Hangman Page for the AEW World Championship. Whoo-wee. This has been a long time coming, buddy. The sheer emotions in this match, even with the contract signing, and just the whole thing with the good job, Hangman, I'm proud of you. Oh, God. And I sort of wanted them to have kind of a makeup, but I just don't. Kenny's too full of himself now. And Hangman's he's so humble. And he's just now got his confidence back. He has to win. He has to win. Right? Go ahead, explain yourself. Why is Hangman going to lose this match?
Because if we go back to our other match.
Uh-huh.
All right. So match of the year on TV was the 30-minute draw between Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson at the biggest crowd ever for AEW in New York City. It was a freaking hell of a match. It was so good. It was so amazing.
It was. I agree.
Everybody wants to see that again. And you know how great of a worker Bryan Danielson is. I think that possibly Bryan Danielson wins his match. And somehow Kenny Omega comes out on top in his match. I think there would have to be a big reason that would happen, but I don't think there's a cheat. I don't think I think he wins it outright. I think he wins it because he's better.
Yeah. You think it's just the same old story where Hangman almost gets there and just drops the ball at the end? But this time it doesn't send him into spiraling depression?
Maybe not. Maybe you're right. Look, here's the thing.
They at least got to have Hangman kick out of
If Hangman wins, maybe we get another big surprise for somebody. I'm just saying, I don't want to throw a surprise out there.
Right.
But can you imagine if an Okada got thrown into this?
No, I can't.
And we got Kenny and Okada.
There was a lot of chaos.
Kenny and Okada again. Can you imagine?
Oh.
I mean, there's so much.
I'm not ready for that.
What about this?
They brought up Kota Ibushi on Dynamite.
What about Bryan Danielson versus Okada?
Oh, man. You know he wants that match. You know Bryan Danielson is over there jonesing for that match.
Bryan Danielson versus Okada. What about
He already faced Rocky, which is Okada's best friend.
what about Ishii versus Bryan Danielson?
No. Why are you trying to do this to me?
And what about Coda versus Kenny?
Oh, gosh. That's the match we all want, isn't it? It's the match I want.
Or if Coda showed up and the Bucks didn't like it and Golden Lovers.
There's so much possibility when Coda gets better.
If the Golden Lovers were back together, I could see Kenny being.
I don't know. I don't know if Kenny could do that, though, because we just talked about how
all right, kids.
his feelings.
So here's the deal. There's a lot of emotion in this. This story has went off. This story's went on for 2 years, right? 3 years.
It feels so like you're part of it. It feels like I'm in this story and I have a stake in it somehow. And my heart hurts thinking about these two going against each other. And I can't handle it.
It's because it goes back further than all that. It goes back further than AEW.
Oh, it goes back to Cracker Barrel and
because you're
Ring
an
of Honor.
Because you actually are a wrestling fan. Because you care. Because you love it.
Hangman is supposed to be in the elite. Okay?
Well, it was almost like they made this whole thing for him. Hangman was supposed to be the champion. He was supposed to be the guy.
Yeah, from the start.
From the start.
From the very first show, he was supposed to be the champion.
And he kept dropping the ball.
Oh, jeez. Is he going to drop the ball this time?
Maybe he's a ball dropper.
Do we go back to Hangman still not quite being as good as Kenny Omega?
I mean, I don't think
we all cry ourselves to sleep on Saturday.
I don't think he's as good as Kenny Omega.
Well, he's not technically, no. Sorry, Hangman, but it's just the truth.
I think he's maybe the 4th best wrestler, 14th.
He's still very good, but Kenny Omega, Bryan Danielson, Okada, there's that level, that echelon that it's just so hard to reach.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Me either.
I know it's a hell of a story.
Everybody wants Hangman to win, except for, I guess, Don Callis. But
yeah, I mean, I want to see it too. I mean, it's the right thing to do.
Everyone wants that payoff, that feel good story.
So
but what if he wins and then some surprise happens?
Yeah, I mean, listen.
What if he loses and some surprise happens?
I have no doubt in my mind there'll be a surprise.
I don't think we can handle a surprise at this point.
Not just that match. I'm just saying
in general
because it's Tony Khan.
Yeah.
I have no doubt in my mind. The thing I love about it is nobody's looking for a surprise. So
no.
Even a little surprise.
Why would you?
Even a little Christian level surprise.
Oh man.
Feels okay.
Just bring in all of the Ingobernables while we're at it, please.
Oh, geez, Lord.
I mean, Ring of Honor's going down.
I said a little surprise.
If Dragon Lee shows up, I will be happy for the rest of my life.
Oh. Dragon Lee shows up, you're not gonna come out unscathed.
I mean, Andrade has a match. You just slip him in there. So, how are we gonna survive Saturday night? What's the game plan?
Well, right after Saturday night, we have more Saturday night with the New Japan and the U.S. cards. So.
Yeah. I mean, there's even GCW on Saturday.
Yeah, GCW has a double shot.
Jesus.
Lord.
This weekend is packed full.
It's like packed bastard full. This is nuts. Listen, this is why we love wrestling, though.
Oh, it is.
Hey, this is going to be good stuff. What do you think? Okay, that's what we need to know.
Tell us your picks.
We want to see in the comments because this mad lady reads everything and will be replying to you. Even if it says it's me, she's acting like me.
Tell us your picks and I'll tell you why you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Tell us what you think, even storyline wise. Do you have another angle that could be popping up off this that we didn't think about? We really want to know what you think.
You have a tidbit that we forgot about.
Yeah,
tell us.
Bitty tids. Just let us know. And as all audio. If you're not listening to us, you're watching us right now on the tube of you. Then Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You can listen to it on the podcast. Patreon.com. We need your support.
Yes.
We've got hungry wrestlers to feed. But we, to bring you more and more content, that's what we want to do. We have to be able to do that. Patreon.com/blindtagnews. We appreciate everything you do. Twitter, it's at Blind Tag News. I live tweet
man.
as much as possible.
There's going to be so much tweeting.
And I try to have a lot of fun with that, so you might see a little bit of cheeky nation on that. And, of course, Facebook, find Blind Tag News. And we also have a Facebook group on there that's gaining a lot of steam. So that's Blind Tag News as well. So you'll find us out there. Join it. Discuss some wrestling with us. But for lovely Raja, my name's John. Enjoy Full Gear. So long from Blind Tag Wrestling News. Now.
Bye.
Bye.